A little experiment. Let's not breathe, eat, or drink, or sleep for 2 days straight and see how we do. Anybody want to do that experiment? Please do that outside, not here, because we don't want to revive you. So, you need those basic things in your life. If anybody had 3 or 4 hours of sleep one night, that's okay. 2 nights, you're still okay. 3 nights, you're equivalent of being drunk. So when you drive, they did an experiment on this. If you drive, you get pulled over, it's the same thing as you being drunk, over the limit. So it's very dangerous not to get you sleep, and it catches up to you. Any minute that you spend in life, you can never get back. You know? Any minute that you miss of sleep, you can never get back. That's the way to think about it. One thing you can do to aid that is resting. So again, meditation, I keep repeating them because they get you back to the parasympathetic nervous system. Naps, 20 minutes to 40 minutes. I'm pretty sure everybody can afford 20 minutes to 40 minutes of a nap if you can't get 8 straight hours of sleep or 7 hours of sleep a night. Alright, it's not that much, but you have to start taking care of your bodies. Why sleep is so important? It's when everything that we do throughout the day, we work out, we rip our muscles, we prepare at night when we sleep. We prepare the whole body, all the stuff that I mentioned before with the cells. We prepare ourselves when we sleep. So all the nutrients we took in throughout the day, all the vitamins, all the antioxidants, we get to utilize that and prepare ourselves throughout the night. So you can sleep when you're dead, or you can start sleeping now and get the most out of your life. The first thing that goes is when you're dehydrated and when you're sleep deprived is mental clarity. Your brain is comprised of 87% water, so if you're stranded on an island and you don't have pure quality water, you're going to start hallucinating. You're going to hallucinate you have a Coke machine there and you have water there. Why is that? Because, again, 87% of the brain is water, so you need that. Sleeping. Anytime you guys, any of you who are sleep deprived, I'm pretty sure you're going to start seeing the bed, and anytime you sit down, you're going to see a nice warm blanket, and you just want to go to sleep. Right? Don't get to that point. I understand that some of us has either starting a business or doing something that drives us to lose sleep. That's fine for a month or two. But don't make it for a year, because eventually you will run down and you will get sick because you're not repairing your body. Now that's kind of productive because you're trying to get so much done that, you know what, I'll skip on sleep here, I'll sleep 2 hours here, 3 hours there. Then eventually you get run down, you get sick, you're out for a whole week, you can't do anything. Alright? So let's flip the sheets. This is the Paleo Alpha Challenge, the guys that you guys are so eager to find out about. Before we get to that, we're going to talk about goal setting. What is our goal when we go to any diet or make a lifestyle change? Most of us is to lose weight, correct? Or because we're trying to lose weight, I'm going to guess you're not trying to lose weight on the weight scale. But that's exactly what we're focused on, is the weight scale going down. We're not focused on our body fat going down. So, if you guys are focused about weight scale going down, I can make you lose weight like that within a day or two. I can make you lose 20 pounds. It's going to be no body fat, it's going to be all water weight. What I'm going to do is put you on a low sodium diet, and you're going to shed all the water weight that you have in your body. Simple. Athletes do it all the time. The MMA fighters, wrestlers, boxers. It's not the healthiest thing you want to do. Because you're going to have no nutrients left in your body, you have nothing left in your body, you have no water left in your body, you're going to be extremely, extremely tired. So what we're aiming at is we want to make realistic goal sets on losing body fat. Alright, we don't want to lose muscle weight, we don't want to lose water weight, body fat is what we're trying to lose. So, in order for us to make realistic goals, if you're a small person, if you're a 120-pound woman and you want to trim down, you want to lose 10 pounds, it's going to take you forever to lose those 10 pounds. You don't have that much weight to lose. So if you lose 1 or 2 pounds of body fat, you should be very, very happy with it. If you're a 120-pound woman and you're walking around at 200 pounds, sure, you could lose that 10 pounds or 20 pounds, whatever your goal is. You need to make sure that you do it right. So the most you could lose per week is about per month, my apologies, is 1 pound to 1/2 pound of body fat a month. Alright? You do not want to make huge jumps and be like, you know what, my goal is to lose 20 pounds in a month, and then you don't reach that because it's impractical to do. You're not going to be able to do it if it's body fat. And you're going to get discouraged and you drop that diet or whatever your lifestyle was. Alright? So set realistic goals. That's the first thing.
I just have a question about it. But, so if we're trying to do that, we should focus on body fat. How should we keep track of that, like when we're doing that ourselves at home? Because all we really have is a scale.
First of all is focus on all the things that I mentioned before. So, and the second thing is nutrients. So start eating good, nutritious food. And third of all, if you're trying to track your body fat, it's hard to take your own body fat, but you can take body fat calipers and just measure your own skin folds. So the fat that you're trying to lose is called subcutaneous fat, which is your fat between your skin and the fat that's covering your muscle. Alright? That's the fat that we're all trying to get rid of, right? Because we're trying to look better and feel better. So that is a good way to try to do that. If you can't do that, you don't want to do it, work with someone that maybe your doctor has it, or work with a personal trainer, whatever it is where you could get measured body fat. The one thing that I would suggest is that when you're doing body fat measurements, just do body fat calipers. Do not do the thing where you hold. That is extremely inaccurate. Alright? So let's go over the options that we have. Because I provided quite a bit of information here. You might be a little bit confused. To help you guys get to your goal, we're going to launch the Paleo Alcohol Challenge. And we have 2 options for it. The first option is lifestyle and nutrition option, and the second one is only nutrition option. If you see I'm only able to take 5 people max for the lifestyle option and 10 people max for the nutrition option. It's because I can't work with more people than that, because then I won't provide my best services to you. Just like for the people that work out here, you guys know that we have limited of 10 people because we're trying to provide the best service possible for you. So I want to make sure that everybody's addressed, everybody's issues addressed, and everybody gets the most out of it. Again, because this is going to be a lifestyle change, it's not going to be a diet that you do for 12 weeks and then you get off of it. Alright? So let's go over on right, we're going to go over the only nutrition option. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you with a food guide of approved foods. So you're not confused about the foods that you're trying to get away from. Second thing is, tell how to eat properly. This was kind of a general thing. Obviously in there I'm going to teach you exactly what to do, what not to do. Learn how to use foods as supplementation for the body. I mentioned supplements before. You won't need it if you're eating right foods. Talk differences between carbs, proteins, and fats, and everything's going to be covered in detail so you guys are never confused. And you start educating yourself, and I'm going to start educating you about all the right foods that you do. Alright, so you're not relying on somebody else. You can make your own decisions. Learning that everything we eat has a hormonal effect on the body. Everything that we eat we regulate our blood sugar levels. So we want to treat ourselves like diabetics. You don't want to have your sugar spiking all the time and going down all the time, because then the blood sugar levels are messed up and insulin levels are always going out of whack. That means your kidneys have to work harder. That means your adrenal glands have to work harder. Again, fight or flight reflex. Alright? Learn to listen, understand, and interpret what the body is saying. That is key. Your body will educate you on what to do. You just have to listen to it. Learn which foods are most effective for taking care of cravings. Many of us, if we start on any type of diet, we start having cravings. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. I know exactly what foods are good, which foods aren't. Many women like chocolate. Alright? Chocolate's great, but you have to have a good substitute for it, which is dark chocolate. 70% dark, and you start having nutritional effects to it, which is you get antioxidants out of it. Cocoa beans are extremely good for you. They're called superfoods. If you get milk chocolate, which has 5% chocolate and everything else is just a pure additive, hydrogenated oils, then you get nothing out of it. You just get the calories out of it. Fantastic. Private Facebook support group. This is so that any questions you guys have, I'll be able to answer them for you. And it's exactly for the people, the 10 people that are going to be doing it. It's going to be just for us. So you guys get to learn from each other, you get to learn from me. Meet once a week, and then every 2 weeks we're going to be doing measurements. So the measurements that we're going to be doing is body fat calipers. We have certain points that we're going to do. We're going to do body composition with the measuring tape, and obviously we're going to use the weight scale, but that's going to be just for the hell of it, I guess. Taught how to shop and read labels. That is very important, because many people don't look at labels at all. If you look at a label, we might look at calories, and we might look at protein content, carb content, and fat content. But everything else we kind of don't look at. So that's extremely important when you go shopping. Obviously, buy a fruit, you don't need to look at any of the ingredients. You already know what's in it. Especially if it's organic or non-organic. And the last one that's most important is to incorporate this into your lifestyle. So make it a lifestyle, not a diet. And this option is $15 per week for 12 weeks. Alright? Second option is a little bit more in depth. That covers all the things that I talked about today, which is all the 6 things that you need for survival. Some of the things repeat, like the food guide. The thing that doesn't repeat is learning how to eat based on your personal biochemical individuality. What the hell does that mean, right? We're all different. That is why there's so many different diets out there. There's the South Beach diet, there is another diet, and all these diets are different. One diet says no carbs, one diet says no fats, one diet says low protein, one diet says high protein. Why are they all different? It's because we are all different. The biochemical individuality breaks it down to 3 groups of people: protein type, carb type, and mixed type. And all these, I'll give you a generic formula, how to kind of follow it, and you guys get to experience what your body likes, what your body doesn't like. By listening and learning how and interpreting what your body is saying, you're going to start fine-tuning your own body. That is extremely important for you guys to do. Alright? Taught the differences between carbs, proteins, and fats, again. Learning that every move that we make, such as food, sleep, exercise, has a hormonal effect on the body. So after we exercise, we release our cortisol. People that exercise, you guys get your cholesterol levels tested, it's going to be extremely high. Because every time you exercise, you release inflammation in your body because you're ripping your muscles apart, and your cholesterol is going to be increased. So the first thing the doctor is going to tell you is, take cholesterol pills. I wouldn't advise it. I'm not going to get into cholesterol, why it's good or bad for you. I'm probably going to write an article about that. Alright? Because cholesterol is extremely misunderstood, and again, it's a symptom of whatever we're doing. It's not the ability. Alright? What are the differences? Email support for the group peers, and unlimited email and text support for me. So any questions you guys have, you email it to me, and I'm going to give you an answer for it. Alright? So, and you could always text me that too. Because we're all trying to do this together, you might have the same questions. So you will learn from your own peers as well. Alright? We're all in the same boat, and we're all always going to be asking the same questions over and over again, so we might as well learn from someone else as well. The difference here is we're going to meet twice a week. The same lesson is going to be repeated, so you guys could, if you